Guys, thanks for tuning in with us this afternoon. I'm Jim. I'm gonna try to cut a tree that's a dead tree that's hanging over the fence line, and we had to take the fence down anyway. So while it's down, I want to get this tree out of the way, and hopefully you'll stay with us and see what kind of adventures we have. We'll maybe learn something together and try to stay safe in the meantime. All right, we got it all fixed up. We're going to use, I have two main saws now, and one on the way. I got a big saw on the way we'll show y'all. I'm sure you've seen it. I'm not brand loyal, but most of my stuff is steel brand. This saw right here though, I didn't buy. It's a 026 and was my dad's saw. It sat on the shelf after he passed for, I don't know when he last used it or when it was used, but I know it was probably in the neighborhood of 12 to 15 years, and still had fuel in it, which was kerosene at that point. It was very strong, but I cleaned it out the best I could. But before I got into it, I just took it on up to our local steel place and let them replace everything, because I knew lines, and I didn't want to take the time or have the time to spend replacing all that. And so we got it all running. It cost more than I was expecting and hoped, but it is a little sentimental to me, and it has probably, even though it's old, it's a good light saw, and it's probably has less wear on it than my own, which is 270 C model steel. My main one, mine's got an 18-inch bar, and this one's got a 16 right now. The one I have on the way has got a 28-inch bar. I'm looking to get into some milling with a Alaskan style mill, at least at first, with some of the lumber we have on the place. So hoping we can do that. But now this property next to me is for sale, and so I don't know who's going to end up with it, but I'd like to get all this fixed up before that happens. All right, we over here is our trees right behind us here. We see this kind of dead one right there. It's one we're going to cut, and it's right on the fence. But that's the game plan. So we can get this saw cranked, hopefully, and get up there and do it. Whew. I don't know how much of that we got on camera, but that could have gone poorly. All those vines up in the top held the tree from falling. Of course, there wasn't anything I could do to reach them, so I tried to push it over, and then it snapped about halfway up and came back the other direction toward the base of the tree. But anyway, we got it. Wasn't too close. Closer than I'd like, but wasn't too close. But glad that one's down. Get it out of the way here and get back to work on the fence. And some of these posts are bent because it was so hard to get them out. A lot of them actually bent. Try to straighten them back, pulling them out in the ground while they're still in the ground. But some of these right here are really bent, so I'm going to try to get them in the ground and straighten them back the best I can. I know they're weaker, but I don't have any extra right now. I'm just going to see how that works. If it works, we'll go with it. If not, we'll replace it. That one's going to have to be replaced. This one's straight up. This post pounder here. It's homemade. My granddad made it, so it weighs about twice what the one you'd buy at the hardware store cost. You feel it the next day if you do many of them. I would like to take this section of line down, but I got two posts, I think. We got that one and one on down there. They're gonna have to come up. All right, that's it for now, y'all. Folks, we're gonna talk about this helmet. This little Forestry helmet. Y'all probably noticed how shiny it was. This is my first time using it. I had an old hard hat I normally wear when I'm felling, and I have been more just trying to protect my hearing as I'm getting older. More than anything, I got this helmet here for that, so I could just slide them out of the way when I wasn't wearing it. You know, slide them back behind the helmet and leave them up there like that. It is just as far as a review, it's if you don't have anything on, you're wearing it just sitting up there on your head. Even if it's tight, it's very top heavy, and so it's balanced and wobbly, but it stays on well enough. And the shield, I'll put a link in the description. I mean, obviously they're easy to find, but it was having to be a deal at the time. But it's all plastic, but it folds and locks in several different positions. So I tried the mesh visor instead of the plastic one, and obviously didn't even have any problems with that little tree. But and by the way, that I reviewed that footage, and it was not nearly as close as it looked as far as that tree when it fell backwards toward me. It looked like I was right there on it, but it was several 6 or 7 feet away from me when it fell. And so was never in any terrible danger. Guys, thanks for staying with us today. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you will. I don't know how often I'll be able to put these out, but I'm gonna try to do this. I'd like to have the log of it, and for posterity's sake, and maybe we can learn some stuff together. I'd like to learn from you, and if I can show any of the viewers anything, that'd be great too. But thanks again for watching, and it's one of my old Cajun friends used to say, stay humble and don't stumble.